Is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams basketball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Ren Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams basketball. From the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, the Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you inside Effingham High School, where tonight the Rams look to finish 1-1 in pool play of the Effingham-Teutopolis Christmas Classic. Good evening, Chris Hugo with you tonight. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. So glad you could join us here on WMIX FM and WMIXsports.com. Well, game one didn't quite go the way of the Rams. Rams fell to T-Town in the opening game of this inaugural Christmas Classic by a score of 55-42. Tonight they look to right that wrong against the 3-3 Green Wave from Mattoon. The Mattoon Green Wave, of course, will have T-Town tomorrow to finish out full play. That game will be at T-Town High School. So in essence, what I'm getting at here is in terms of the trophy games tomorrow night, we don't know where the Rams are going just yet. We may not know after tonight. Of course, the Rams are 0-1 thus far. Mattoon yet to play a game. T-Town in the driver's seat at 1-0. But those two teams, T-Town Wooden Shoes and the Green Wave from Mattoon, have yet to play. We'll see what happens here tonight. We have plenty to tell you about on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Landers, 1-888-Landers. That's 1-888-Landers. Mount Vernon and Salem, where you'll find expanded collision centers in both locations, as well as free premium detailing for life your car. Ask them how the next time you have collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the Green Wave. They are 3-3 on the year, 1-1 in the Apollo Conference. We'll talk about that after the break. This is Rams basketball powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Is your insurance deductible met? Do you have sleep apnea? Call the Medicine Shop Pharmacy to order a new mask or supplies for your CPAP or BiPAP before your deductible starts over next year. Our respiratory therapists will take the time to make sure your mask and supplies are a good fit for your needs. The Medicine Shop is also your #1 source for nebulizers and associated supplies. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have 3 respiratory therapists full-time. That allows us, with our respiratory care, a great deal of flexibility to take care of everything from ventilator needs for infants down to simple nebulizer needs for a sick child, and everything in between, oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP therapy. Our respiratory therapists are wonderful, skilled at that.
We look forward to hearing from you. Give us a call. The Medicine Shop is a locally owned business run by local people. Happy holidays from the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. Watch the Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Ren Lake College.
Video takes tonight off. You can listen to us online at WMIXsports.com. Or right here tonight is the Rams looking to get 500, back to 500 in this pool play at the Effingham-Teutopolis Christmas Classic. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are parked at Effingham High School. For tonight, the Rams will be the home team, and the Green Wave from Mattoon will be the visitors. Of course, we take a look at the Green Wave season up until this point. They start in the St. Anthony Thanksgiving Tournament, where they actually finished 2-2. They fell in the championship game to the Crusaders of Altop by a score of 67-57. In pool play, they went 2-1. They beat Robinson, lost to Bree Central. They beat Apollo Mount Zion. Of course, that was the week of Thanksgiving. You take a look at their repertoire, their resume since then. They beat Mount Zion again in conference play by 9, but lost to the Salem Wildcats at the Effingham Gymnasium, 79-71. They had a game scheduled with Effingham here at Mattoon, but that game was lost due to the inclement winter weather that came in a couple of weeks ago, so they were unable to get that one in. So right now, the Green Wave sit at 500 with a 3-3 mark. The Rams, of course, are 7-3 after today's loss to Teutopolis, 55-42. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Don't forget, big or small, Landers can fix them all. Now they detail them all, too. Ask about free detailing for the life of your car. Next time you have collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. That number is 1-888-Landers. Make that 1-888-Landers. Don't forget, you can follow us on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. We're also on Facebook as well, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the Mount Vernon Rams and what went wrong today against T-Town at T-Town. We're from the Effingham-Teutopolis Christmas Classic inaugural edition. Game 1 of Session 2. It's coming up in a moment. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Hi, this is Joy,
Jim,
Melody,
and Monica from People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. All of us at People's National Bank would like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We truly appreciate our customers and consider each and every one of you to be part of the People's National Bank family. So from our family to yours,
Happy Holidays!
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than the Chevy Impala. We actually have customers that come in that are comparing that car to BMW, Mercedes, Audi, and it's blowing them away. You really need to come in and take the new Impala for a test drive. You know, the Impala's been a great seller, our number one selling car for many years, and I see that continuing into the future with the new 2014.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Houle, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Back to Mount Vernon Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. We are back together tomorrow for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and online at WMIXsports.com. Game-wise, I think we reunite sometime in January after the new year when the Rams return to Shagnon Gymnasium to battle the Altop Crusaders. Meanwhile, that's when video returns to WMIXsports.com. We'll have video return then. It'll be presented by Red Lake College, as it always has been. Meanwhile, we're here courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland. They are the official voice of high school sports on WMIX. Community First Bank, always bank on your hometown team. Of course, the one account, we all know about one. One means more to Community First Bank of the Heartland, and what it means is free checking and high-yield interest. Community First Bank, again, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. We'll get to your starters, brought to you by Page Insurance a little bit later on. We'll also have the national anthem we see here at Effingham High School before this first game of the second session. Taking a look at the tournament at this point, T-Town beat the Rams 55-42, while Raby beat Charleston 62-51. That's in a separate pool, of course. You're looking at pool leaders. T-Town is 1-0. The Rams are 0-1. Mattoon to play a game. That's coming up here in just a moment. Effingham has yet to play. They'll actually take on the Charleston Trojans at 7:30 here from Effingham High School. Raby is out in front at 1-0. Of course, we'll see what happens to Chucktown after tonight's game. But as far as who plays when tomorrow, at T-Town High School, Teutopolis wraps up pool play with the Green Wave at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then at 12:30, Raby out of Chicago, that's Albert Raby, if you will take on Effingham at 12:30. So, depending upon what happens in these games, you know you have a 5 o'clock game tomorrow here at Effingham. That's the third place, actually that's the fifth place game, third Pool A versus third Pool B. At 6:30 tomorrow night, it will be the third place game, which is the second place finishers in each pool. And then the pool champions will meet at 8 o'clock in the overall championship game tomorrow night here from Effingham High School. What we do know is, barring some sort of weird tiebreaker, the Rams will not be in the 8 o'clock game tomorrow night. Unless Mattoon were to, Rams would have to be Mattoon would have to be Charleston. And then that would be the best overall free throw percentage, which as of right now, the Rams are only shooting 33.3%. As they only made 1 of 3, they only got 3 opportunities. But what went wrong today for the Rams against T-Town was basically the fact there were no offensive rebounds to be had for the Orange and Black in that fourth quarter. They had roughly 12 turnovers in the second half and just came up ice cold from the field in the third and fourth quarters. And T-Town really just kind of came out with an assault in the fourth, started shooting better from the field in the fourth quarter, and was able to make points out of those turnovers. So credit that with the fact that they out-rebounded the Rams in the second half, and easy to see why the Wooden Shoes were able to kick their way to a victory earlier today. That was at T-Town High School. Now we're at Effingham High School, where you'll find the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. They are driven by Ford Square at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or online at fordsquare.com, where you can find their inventory online as well. Don't forget to go see their associates at Ford Square in Mount Vernon. Get our way here in just a little bit. I thought we were going to have the anthem earlier than what we've had. The color guard is standing actually at the doors here of the gymnasium. Thought that they were going to do it at about the 5-minute mark like they did in T-Town earlier today. But that is not the case here in the early going. So we'll see what happens. It's the Rams, it's the Green Wave, and it's coming up. This has been a nice little battle over the years in the Salem Invitational Tournament. Probably the most intriguing battle is when a number 1 seed Rams team fell to a number 8 seeded Mattoon team a couple of years back in triple overtime. That was in the first round matchup. But since then, the Rams have managed to have the Green Wave number, and we'll see what happens when Josh Forsythe's Green Wave meets Scott Gamber's Rams. 7-3 Rams, 3-3 Green Wave. Coming up in just a little bit. We need to honor America here from Effingham High School. We'll come back. We'll have your Page Insurance Starting Lounge on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. This is Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Rend Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Rend Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. We want to wish all of you a very happy and special holiday season. We also hope that you'll be safe when traveling to see your loved ones. In the event that something unfortunate happens in your travels, we're fully equipped to handle your vehicle and get it back on the road faster and like it rolled off the showroom floor. That may sound cliche, but at Landers Collision Centers, we believe in maintaining the highest level of integrity and the best quality repairs in the collision repair industry. We quickly process insurance claims and will gladly offer you a car to drive while we restore yours. The last thing anyone needs is to worry about transportation around the holiday season. This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. If you need us, just give us a call at 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. On behalf of all of our staff, have a happy and safe holiday season. Thank you for your continued trust. We look forward to serving you for years to come.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back inside Effingham High School for WMIX Sports and Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Rams basketball. Game number 2 for the Rams from this Effingham-Teutopolis Christmas Classic. And what a fine job they've done of hosting thus far in the early going. And I understand things have run very smoothly here for this tournament in its inaugural season. Of course, the hosting duty is shared by T-Town and Effingham. T-Town gets the afternoon sessions, the evening sessions, of course, here at Effingham High School. And a great job, very hospitable, and we appreciate the hospitality displayed to us. We've made the trek up here to follow your Mount Vernon Rams. Green Wave will be the home team on the scoreboard. We'll get to your Page Insurance starting lineups. For a free quote, call 242-7000 or log on to pageinsurance.net. For the Green Wave, they're coached by Josh Forsythe. They're 3-3 on the year. In the backcourt tonight, they'll start number 30, a 6'1" senior, Jared Pilson. Also a 6'2" senior, Travis Cattell. He's number 23. Center tonight will be a 6'6" junior, number 33, Tanner Scott. In the front court tonight, it will be number 21, a 6'3" senior, Austin Wetzel. And a 6'4" senior, Ryan Hutchinson. For Scott Gamber's Rams, they'll have in the front court, number 3, a 6'1" junior, Gilwan Nelson. Hard to believe he's a sophomore, but he stands 5'7". He's number 4, Braden Fitzgerald. Senior, of course, will be Shake. It'll be Shakari Hawkins, a 6'2" senior. 1 forward will be a 6'1" senior, Jake Pike, number 32, as well as a 5'11" senior, number 23, Douglas Gardner. For those of you starting last night, presented by the Page Agency on Crownview in Mount Vernon. For a free quote, give them a call, 242-7000, or log on to pageinsurance.net for more information on the Page companies. We near the top of the hour. This is WMIX-FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, Effingham, a Withers Broadcasting superstation. You can find our sports team worldwide at WMIXsports.com, or for general station information, log on to WMIX94.com. Chris Hugo with you. Hunter Schrader back in our Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow takes care of the Fillmore tonight. Danny Jaworski is on assignment. Tomorrow night's sports team remains to be seen. Of course, you'll have to stay tuned to the Twitterverse, Facebook, and the website to find out who plays, where, when. The Woodlawn Cardinals, of course, they got a big win today at Setzer. You heard that game on AM 940. They actually beat the DR Tornadoes 55-49. Waltonville not so kind to them today, unfortunately, as the Spartans fall the Century 60-45. That scoreboard update is actually powered by your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, Tony Wilt. You can find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for him in his office, or try to find that white State Farm Jeep around town. Get to a better state with State Farm. The Green Wave are in their away green tonight, oddly enough, with white trim. Maybe some gold trim down the sides, but they'll have white numerics trimmed down in gold, although their lettering is backwards. It's the reverse. It's reciprocal. It is gold trimmed in white. The Rams, meanwhile, they're home white. Orange and black trim, orange numerics trimmed in black, lettering is the same. Tips control the backcourt by the Green Wave. They go right to left as we get underway. Here with basketball in the Effingham-Teutopolis Holiday Tournament. With it up top, that was Pilson looking off to the right side. Off the wing, can't see the numbers very well. That was Cattell. Back off to the right side for Hutchinson. Now looks back to the top. There's Wetzel with the basketball. Not Wetzel. We hope to catch up with Shane. Around perhaps on the Saturday Sports Show, working at that. Of course, our guest list will be announced a little bit later. Nice no-look pass into the paint. Shot is going to be off the back of the iron from Ryan Hutchinson. Had the right idea that time, but the Rams a better idea with the defensive board, and into the front court they go, going left to right. Far wing, that is Gilwan Nelson. Look to the top for Pike, the lefty. Back to the right wing, Fitz. Looking underneath, it's going to be Shakari off near block. Ooh, high dribble. Turns around in the paint. Shot's no good, and the rebound will be tipped away even, and that'll go to Hutchinson for the Green Wave. So both teams all have one from the floor here in the first minute of basketball. 7 to play in the first. No score yet from Effingham. Here in the second session of the Effingham T-Down Christmas Classic. Nay, a holiday tournament, a Christmas Classic. Off block. Both ups no good. Number 21, Wetzel. Rebound I thought was going to belong to the King City, but it looks like it'll go back to the boys from Coles County, perhaps. Left of the bucket on their own baseline. So give a team offensive board to the Green Wave with 6:51 left in the first. No score yet, but there's a game brewing here in Effingham. Off of the far elbow. Nice kick pass to the outside. Hutchinson held high overhead, looking into the paint for Tanner Scott. He's big, he's meaty. He goes underneath for the reverse layup. Scott makes it 2-0, puts the Green Wave up. 6:36 left in the first. What we do know is that the Rams lose tonight as they turn the ball over in the backcourt. Good steal there by Pilson up ahead. Green Wave had some trouble transitioning. Finally across the timeline, it's Wetzel. Thought about the three, did Hutchinson. Now gets some help coming around to the right side. Kittle. Out in the corner. Not much that they can do there. That was Austin Wetzel with the basketball. 6:17 to play in the first, a 2-0 ball game. Steve Mattoon on top. Hutchinson. Ooh. Hutchinson go ball fake on Pike. The lobs over the top to Scott. Scott matched up against Shikari. Probably a big pound differential there. And he's going to pound it inside and bang it off the glass. Scott on a 4-0 run for Mattoon with 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Across the timeline with a dribble, of course, is Nelson off to the right wing for Fitz. Trying to fake his way right. Going to get a screen and go left. Pike's wide open on the far arc. Not much going to happen there. Nelson here on the near side. Got it back from Fitz. Crossover dribble between the legs. Now to the top of Pike. Looks off Fitz. Rams with a major height disadvantage here in the early going. Pike going to come around from the near side. And here comes Shikari. Ooh, they were going to give him the shot. Oh, it was well before the shot, but they gave continuation. And now Shikari will go to the line. Also gets credit for a shot miss on that, which means the Rams are 0-2 from the floor here in the early going. But Shikari is going to go to the line to shoot 2 on the first team foul for the Green Wave. First individual for Austin Wetzel. First Bank of the Athletics on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. As the free throw is going to be waved off, saying that Shikari slipped over the line. It rocked the iron for a few seconds and finally fell through. Scott Camber's going to have an argument. If we were to watch the video replay, Scotty would be right. That free throw should have counted. We'll see what they say here. But Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Ask about their one now, featuring free checking and high-yield interest. That's what you get when you bank on the hometown team at Community First Bank. So Shake doesn't get credit for the first, and he'll miss the second. Go figure. 5:29 to play in the first quarter off of the far wing. That's Wetzel looking back to the top. Hutchinson will swing around to the near side. Here comes Cattell to the basket from the wing. Ooh, inside Hutchinson. He'll kick out. Wide open three from Wetzel is no good. Rebound to Shikari. That's a right wing three, and it did not go for the Green Wave. Rams in transition. We're going to have to slow her down a little bit with 5:09 left. Blake Jones checks in. He'll throw it right back to the right wing for Shikari. Pitch up top once. It's going to be short. And the rebound will go to the Green Wave, and the Rams are still ice cold from the floor. Unreal. Grim Lake College powers are video streaming. Not tonight, however. They would if it was there, but those in college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. Green Wave turned it over. They're trying to go to Scott. Big, meaty mountain of a man. In the paint. Credited at 6'6". Looks like he's about 6'7", 240. Just a big mountain of a Mattoon Green Wave. 4:38 to play in the first. 4-0 your score as the Rams trail. Here in the early going, Fitz with it up top. That one's going to be forced away. Hutchinson will come up with a steal. Using that physical presence, Scott comes around off McCurl, reverse underneath. Horrible shot. Rebound. We'll go with the Rams. It'll be Fitz up the right side of the floor. Got the layup. So the Rams missed wide open layups in the fourth quarter. Good to see them make one there as Fitz gets the Rams on the scoreboard. Scores well, left to go on the first. Rams pressuring in the front court. Fitz. Ooh, and that's going to be a moving screen. Whoa! That's going to be on Fitz. All right. Pardon my 4-2 score. Rams down 2 with 4:06 left to play in the first, and you should never assume the call, and my apologies. It'll be Pilson to trigger right in front of the scorer's table. Looking up top, and State's going to settle for the near wing. It was the closest man, and that was Kittle. Midway through the first quarter, glad to have you. Chris Hugo with you tonight. Scott with it in the paint, just beyond the free throw line. Going to turn around Reed and gets to the bucket. Dylan gave it all. He's got his hand on the basketball, but Scott just powered his way in there, and it's 6'2" Mattoon. Mattoon struggled against the Crusaders, who struggled against Cahokia, so it's interesting to see this. Runner stop at the free throw line. It's no good for Pike. Rams settled for a shot there. Green Wave come away with their fourth defensive board. And the Rams are having some issues. They are in man, believe it or not, with 3:30 left to go in the first. Pilson with it up top for the Green Wave. In the front court as they go right to left. Bounce pass in the lane. Pilson shook his defender, tried to force backdoor to Scott. Kick save by Reeves, no call. And the Rams will come up with it on the Green Wave turnover. That's their second of the night. 3:15 left. Uh-oh, Fitz a three, and you knew that was in as soon as it left his hand. That'll bring the Rams within one. It's 6-5. 3:02 left to go here in the first quarter. Green Wave with the basketball. It's going to be Pilson coming off of a curl. It's the near wing. Trying to work his way into the paint. Leans in. Shot glass good. So Pilson makes it 8-5, and Scott Gamber wants a timeout to talk it over with 2:48 left to go in the opening quarter. 8-5 ball game sees the Green Wave on top. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff wish you a happy, safe, and healthy 2014, and certainly wish you the most blessed and prosperous year possible. Scott Gamber feverishly going over some notes in the timeout huddle. Josh Forsyth a little bit more relaxed as his team has an 8-5 lead with 2:48 left to go in the first. We'll get you more scoreboard updates throughout the night. They'll be powered by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the White State Farm Jeep around town. Get you a better stay with your State Farm agent in King City, Tony Wilt. Rams in the front court off of the right wing. Fitzgerald now sees Pike. Catch and release three on the way. Yes, and the lefty ties it up at 8. Big three ball by Jake Pike with 2:35 left to go in the first. Green Wave certainly not expected to be tied coming out of the first possession of the timeout. It'll be Pilsen with it up top. He's going to drop it off for Veith. Andy Veith. Athletic director, of course, is David Veith there at Mattoon, former baseball coach of Nashville. Chip pass to the back door. They're going to work it to Scott. Scott is going to come up short, but tips it in. Second chance points by Tanner Scott. Comes up big after the miss. He is 4 of 6 from the field. Gives the Green Wave a 10-8 lead as he has 8 of the Green Wave points. Rams are going to turn it over again. Second turnover of the night. Here they come, and this is going to be a foul as Pilsen was trying to go like a bull in the china shop, like a big Buick in the lane. Tried to force up a left hand, and they're going to give him credit for the shot. Oh, my. Let's see. Makes the first. So it's 11-8. Mattoon is up 3. And a chance to get it back to 4 here from the free throw line for Jarrett Pilsen. He'll knock it down. Rams have assured themselves of beating Mattoon in the 3 major sports of football, boys basketball, and boys baseball. Not according to me, but the IHSA. That's what they consider the 3 major sports. 12-8 your score on the boys' side anyway. Fitz wide open, skip pass. Oh, and Fitz is going to be fouled on the missed 3, so he's bailed out there. So Braden Fitzgerald will go to the line to shoot 3. Coach Forsyth can't be happy about that, as that will be the second foul on Mattoon. That'll be the first on Jarrett Pilsen. Community First Bank of the Heartland, always bank on the hometown team. They are your official voice of high school sports here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. One means more, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Free checking, high yield interest. This is at the line. Made the first, now gets the second. Can make it a 1-point game if he can knock down the third. It's in round. It's good. So Fitz makes all 3, so he converts. Makes it a 1-point game here as the Green Wave are hanging on to a 1-point lead with 1:48 left to go in the first quarter. Wilson across the timeline. Rams still in man. Chikari trying to get back to his. As the 3 is on the way, it's no good over the backboard. Veith launched the 3, but it was no good. The Rams will get the team defensive board. 1:37 left to go in the first quarter. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX FM and WMIXsports.com. Across the way, it's go on Nelson. Nelson, Reeves, Fitzgerald, Pike, and Hawkins for the Rams. As Gilwan hands it off to the far arc. Look at the Pike. Pike, I think, is supposed to give that to Fitz. That's where it goes on the handoff. The Ram running back was the only person on Jared Shaner's team to throw a touchdown besides Dylan Reeves. As Fitzgerald's the man I'm talking about, has it on the right arc. Looking inside, back door to Dylan. Dylan was pushed from behind, but no call. And the rebound will go to Mattoon. It was a 50-yard halfback pass for Braden Fitzgerald, the only other man to throw a TD for Jared Shaner in this very successful 7-4 2013 football season. Green Wave with the basketball, less than a minute to go. Off of the right side, Wetzel's going to give off. That's Hutchinson looking inside. Wetzel gets it right back, launches it, no good. Rebound, of course, will go to the Rams with 41 seconds left to go. Can the Rams get the lead here? Pike to the sidestep. The man throws up a 17-footer, far corner, good. And Pike will put the Rams on top. And for how long? It's 13-12. Can the Rams hang on to this lead? 26 seconds left to go in the quarter. With the basketball, the Green Wave. Pilson. The Blonde throws it up top, able to find Shep. To Hutchinson off of the left side. 14 seconds off the right wing for Pilson. Now off to the far sideline. Chubb with it with 7 seconds. Almost lost it. Wetzel with it with 5. And he will come to the basket and miss. Throws it up. No good. And that's how your first quarter is going to end. The Mount Vernon Rams lead Mattoon 13-12 after 1. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Rend Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Rend Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to rendlakecollege.edu/Fit Center.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, Rams basketball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Somehow the Rams have a 13-12 lead after 1. They have the basketball to start the second quarter. Fitz thought about the 3 out of the far corner, not going to happen. Bounce pass is intended for Hawkins and stolen away by Mattoon. Not going to happen there for the Rams. Off of the far side, here comes the Green Wave. Nice little layup cross lane cut by Ryan Hutchinson. And that puts the Green Wave back on top, 14-13. Not quite what the Rams, I think, thought was going to happen offensively. Now turn it over again on a wayward pass to the far corner. 2 turnovers will turn into 2 Mattoon buckets. Scott's back into the game. He had 8 first-quarter points for the Green Wave. And now with it up top is Hutchinson. Looking back to Scott. He's near the free throw line, mid-post, a little bit of give and go. No-look pass on the bounce. Layup's no good by Hutchinson. So got a little too fancy there, and it's going to haunt the Green Wave into a defensive rebound. Skip past Pike, wide open. Looking at second 3. No, it'll be off the back iron. Nelson skied to the rebound. And guess what? Nelson broke the law of verticality. So that is going to be a foul on the Rams. So there you go. And that's how that plays out, as Green Wave will get a link to the floor trigger here. Rams shot 50% from beyond the arc there in the first quarter. We're actually 4 of 10 for 40%, as Rams almost forced the turnover, but don't quite come up with it. Green Wave were 5 of 13 there, but a couple of Rams 3 balls were the difference, as the Green Wave were actually 0 of 2 from the arc. It'll be a quick trigger, side of the bounds, into the front court it goes. Ooh, turnaround coming from Scott off block. It's no good. Shikari fights for the rebound. Give a lot of credit to Shake for fighting for that board. Scott probably has about 5 or 6 inches on Shikari. And with 6:30 to play in the first half, the Rams trailing 14-13. Backdoor find? Yes. Now the Rams are on top, and that is a big bucket for Shake. Puts the Rams up 15-14 now with 6:19 to go in the second quarter. Trying to work in the lane, and that is going to be a lofty shot, no good for Travis Cattell. Rebound will go to the Rams. As the Rams can keep out rebounding, they might have a chance. Up top, Gilwan. Nelson's going to kick it to the outside. Here comes Pike. Wide open up top is Wilson. Right-hand dribble inside the arc, Shikari. Has the man advantage here. Turnaround coming and Shake on a 4-0 run. Shake has a height advantage there in the paint on Carter Price, and in this man defense, that did not pay off. They brought the post man out. Shikari kind of playing more of a forward now instead of at center. So Price going to look inside for Scott. Thought about the double team. That's where it's going to go. Scott's going to try to pound. Nope, he'll stick outside. Pilson a three. No good. The Pilson three will be a rebound by Price. It's no good. Thought the Rams easily had it, but that's not the way it went. They have it this time, and now Fitz takes it to length. So Braden Fitzgerald's had sit on the night. He's the first double digits, and the Rams are on a nice little run here. We're on a 9-0 run, and we have a timeout. Josh Forsythe wants a timeout here. 5:15 left to go in the first half. 19-14 is the score. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's 2339 Broadway. So the Rams up 19-14, up 5. A win here maybe gets them a chance to play in the third place game. Of course, it all depends on how that shakes out. It would depend upon what happens tomorrow when T-Town and Mattoon would get together, and what a cluster that would be if the Rams win this one and Mattoon wins that one, because right now the Rams are actually shooting 4 of 9 from the free throw line for the tournament. They'll make that 4 of 8. They're 50%. T-Town was shooting close to 80% coming in to this game here. Mattoon, of course, with whatever they are tonight, that's 100%. So free throw shooting would be the tiebreaker if three teams tie at 1-1 in the pool. And it is certainly. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX. We're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler Center. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or online at KingCityChryslerCenter.com. Check out the 2014 Jeep Cherokee, reintroduced to the market. Saw a nice Wrangler earlier today. The thing I love about Wranglers is you can never tell how really old they are. Not ripping on the body style, just like how they age and seem to keep their value. 5:15 to play. This is personal opinion. It has nothing to do really with much. But I guess they have Wranglers at King City Chrysler Center. 5:13, I should say, to play in the first half. Better in that now. 19-14 game. Rams are on top over Mattoon. Pilson with it up top. Green Wave in the front court. Bounce pass to the left elbow. Tanner's got to turn around, trying to go back inside. Ooh, nice backdoor play. But a high shot from Beast, and there's going to be a foul after the rebound. Has to the frustration variety on the Green Wave. And that will be on Andy B. We're talking about hospitality. We're talking about Dave Waltman, of course, with Effingham, and Andy Johnson at T-Town. We want to talk about good guys in the business that really take care of you. Dave Beath is certainly one of them at Mattoon, taking care of us in any sport in which we traveled up there, football, baseball, you name it. Can't do much better than the blessings that we have, of course, in our travels. 4:45 to play in the first half, 19-14. Nelson looking to change that, trying to go back to our Wilson. Wilson waited on it. It got tipped out of bounds by Beath. Let's see. It'll be Pike to trigger. Lobs in at the Hart insignia to Fitz. To the top for Wilson. Back to Fitz. Thought about the deep wing three. Going to hold back on it. Looks like he unintentionally threw it off the foot of Pilson. Gives to Gilwan. Back left of the circle for Fitz. As Fitz is going to go to the basket. Are you kidding me? So we go from having not supposed to see many charges at all this year. I'm just baffled because we go from that to having seen more charges to block in this tournament. There's a point of emphasis, and blah, blah. That's basically all we're getting here. Charge after charge after charge. So that will be a turnover on the Rams. That's their third of the quarter. Fitz will pick up another foul. And there we go. As Tanner Scott's able to break it inside, got it at the elbow, was able to work down, pounded it in, and now it's 19-16. So an attractive 5-point lead evolves into 3. Jones was off of the right wing. Nelson's going to swing it around to the left. Skip pass back to Jones from Pike. Sidesteps left, has Pike wide open across the way. Nelson's going to get it up top to Pike. Not enough time for a shot. Does Jones take one? He's going to go baseline. Goes off the side of the backboard and no good. Greenway with the rebound. Blake had the right idea, just going to come up with it. Now Pilson with a crossover dribble on the left arc. Hutchinson up top, back to Pilson, looking for Scott. Scott's going to turn around. Ooh, kicks it outside. Beat the 3 on the way is no good. Ooh, that was a good look at a layup, but a bad look at the basket. Now we're going to have a foul, looks like, on the rebound. The Rams faithful in front of us applauding, so I would have to assume that is going to be on Mattoon. So that will be on Scott. Scott started hot from the floor. I mean, he started 4 of 5. Then missed his next 2, made 1, and then missed that one. Not sure if that's necessarily a career night for Tanner Scott. He's having a decent one. 19-16 the score here. 3:23 left in the half. Shikari On a zip pass by Blake. He's going to make it. Thought he's going to miss it to the outside, but the iron grabbed it and pulled it down. It's 21-16. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics here on WMIX. 5 Jefferson County branch is by far the market leader in Jeffco. Mount Vernon Dix Woodlawn and I asked about one check-in. One means more. Community First Bank with 2:59 left in the first half. 21-16 the score. Green Wave trailing with the basketball. Hutchison's going to pull up from outside the paint. No good. Rebound will go to Shikari. So the Rams get another defensive board, and into the front court they go. It'll be Pike wide open for a three. No. Rebound underneath. The Rams had nobody there at a height disadvantage. So we go to Mattoon. Beat into the front court. 2:36 left to go in the first half. Rend Lake College powers their video streaming online at WMIXsports.com. Log on to RLC.edu. See how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Oh, boy. Wilson off the left side, worked it back door to Scott, who came around. Not much Reeves could do there, being trapped underneath, and so Scott gets 2 more. He has 12. It's now 21-18, a one-possession ball game. Between the circles, that's Gilwan Nelson, 2:09 left to play. Crossover dribble, looking to the right side, finds Blake Jones beyond the arc. Left-hand dribble for Blake, nice shoot, goes back to the right left side for Nelson. Trying to work inside Shikari, not much they can do there. Jones is wide open from the right arc, clamoring for the basketball. But the Green Wave defense quick to get back in what looks to be a 2-3 zone. Right side, here comes Blake. They have men wide open. He's going to go dangerous. Bounce pass, good pass by Reeves. 3 on the way for Pike. It's good. That play did not happen without Dylan Reeves. They forced it down low to Dylan. He held on and somehow found Jake Pike wide open from a corner to give the Rams a 6-point lead again. It's 24-18 with 1:30 left in the first half. Scott with it, left elbow on the high post. Now looking down low. Ooh, beats a nice little turnaround and gets the kind iron. Bounce off the front of the iron and drops back through, and Beef makes it a 24-20 game. 1:15 to play in the first half. See, who do I need to tell you about? Oh, I got one for you. Off the left block, Shikari. Good find by Dylan Reeves here. As Shikari Hoggis has 8 1/4. Rams are back up 6-20. Winning Edge has a new store in Mount Vernon. Of course, you've known Winning Edge for years. Now they have all kinds of Rams apparel right there in their store at 212 South 9th Street in Mount Vernon. I saw it. There is a ton of activewear, all designed with the Rams fan in mind. Check it out at Winning Edge. Or log on to winningedgeusa.com to see what they can customize for you, one of our Rams boosters. So Wetzel will pick up a foul with 50.9 seconds left to go. And not sure if the Rams are content with the last shot because, after all, you never know. Who am I to try to figure out what's going to happen here? So we'll see what happens. Pike is going to hold it on the hardness thickness. Back far side is Pike, the hardness thickness with 30 seconds left. Now back to the right. Bryce Hunter, who checked in a moment ago, with the basketball for the Rams. Now Gilwan. Bryce started out the year in a starting position, but Gilwan Nelson sort of, came out of nowhere, but ended up kind of taking the spot. So it'll be Bryce with 9. He'll launch a 3. Yes, Bryce Hunter, ladies and gentlemen. He's usually a hot hand in the JV game. That extends the Ram lead to 9. As Pilson's going to take it late before the buzzer, it won't count. And Rams will go into the halftime locker room with a 9-point lead. We have reached the end of the half. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview and Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals. Pekin Insurance.
This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. We want to wish all of you a very happy and special holiday season. We also hope that you'll be safe when traveling to see your loved ones. In the event that something unfortunate happens in your travels, we're fully equipped to handle your vehicle and get it back on the road faster and like it rolled off the showroom floor. That may sound cliche, but at Landers Collision Centers, we believe in maintaining the highest level of integrity and the best quality repairs in the collision repair industry. We quickly process insurance claims and will gladly offer you a car to drive while we restore yours. The last thing anyone needs is to worry about transportation around the holiday season. This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. If you need us, just give us a call at 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. On behalf of all of our staff, have a happy and safe holiday season. Thank you for your continued trust. We look forward to serving you for years to come.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
There's a good reason why Second Chance Auto has been in business for 33 years. They believe in doing business the right way, with honest deals. It's the only way they know. And thanks to Second Chance Auto, you don't have to head out of town to get financing. They offer bank rate financing to everyone. Yes, everyone. You'll find a great selection of quality vehicles with 3-month or 3,000-mile warranties. Come see why they've been successful for 33 years at Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And we welcome you back at Effingham High School here at the half. The Mount Vernon Rams 29, the Green Wave of Mattoon 20. Chris Hugo with you. Kenny Zerwinski is on assignment. Jeff Crow with me here in Effingham, and of course Hunter Schrader back in our Mount Vernon studio. We'll take a look at your scoring and stats here in just a moment on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Don't forget, Second Chance Auto, there is a reason they have been around for 33 years. Whether it's the fact that there's no fancy sales or gimmicks, of course, no. None of that. Honest deals for good people, bank rate financing for all, and of course, you always know they have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. So there's that. Second Chance Auto, proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams for a long, long time. There's a reason they've been around for 33 years. Let's see. Scoring and stats coming up. First, we need to tell you the Rams, of course, are up 9 here at the break. 29-20. They led 13-12 after 1, and now have extended that lead up 9. So they outscored the Green Wave again there in the second quarter. We'll take a break, then come back and do the stats here to Second Chance Auto halftime show. This is Rams basketball powered by Community First Bank.
Is your insurance deductible met? Do you have sleep apnea? Call the Medicine Shop Pharmacy to order a new mask or supplies for your CPAP or BiPAP before your deductible starts over next year. Our respiratory therapists will take the time to make sure your mask and supplies are a good fit for your needs. The Medicine Shop is also your #1 source for nebulizers and associated supplies. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have 3 respiratory therapists full-time. That allows us, with our respiratory care, a great deal of flexibility to take care of everything from ventilator needs for infants down to simple nebulizer needs for a sick child, and everything in between: oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP therapy. Our respiratory therapists are wonderful, skilled at that.
We look forward to hearing from you. Give us a call. The Medicine Shop is a locally owned business run by local people. Happy holidays from the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
Rams basketball indeed, as we're here at Effingham for the half, the inaugural Effingham-Teutopolis Christmas Classic. What a fine job they've done so far. The Rams lost earlier today, but they lead Mattoon here at the break from Effingham 29-20. We'll take a look at your scoring and stats. First, for the Mount Vernon Rams, their team shooting statistics, they were 7 of 12 inside for 58.3%. That was after going 5 of 6 in the second quarter. 2 of 4 outside both quarters makes them 4 of 8 from the arc for 50%. 11 of 20 from the floor for 55%. Free throw shooting, they were 3 of 5 for 60%. We're out-rebounded by the Green Wave, 11-10, but the turnover disadvantage rests with the Rams, 6-4. Your team shooting for Mattoon, 9 of 23 inside for 39%. They were 4 of 4 outside at 9 of 27 from the floor for 33.3%, though Mattoon was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Individual scores, both teams put 4 in the book with 1 in double digits each side. Looks like the Green Wave have 12 from Tanner Scott, 4 from Jared Pilson, 2 apiece from Ryan Hutchinson and Andy Beath, while the Rams have 10 from Braden Fitzgerald, 8 apiece from Shakari Hawkins and Jake Pike, and 3 from Bryce Hunter, and a big 3 that was. That gave the Rams a 9-point advantage. We're here at the half. It's the Mount Vernon Rams 29, the Mattoon Green Wave 20. We'll take a break, come back, as you set with the Tony Wilt scoreboard update here on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. And don't forget, there's a reason Second Chance has been around for 33 years. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and pay-grade financing for all. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. We'll take that break. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
I couldn't resist. Last month's Ram Truck Month was so successful, I have decided to extend the only true truck month. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ram dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. You remember me telling you that the deals couldn't get any better, and it can't. That's why I'm glad to extend the opportunity for 0% financing for 72 months, plus $2,000 cash back on new 2013 Ram Quad Cabs and Crew Cabs with the Bighorn, Express, or Outdoorsman packages. 2014s are arriving daily, and we are ready to deal to help close out the 2013 model year. Take advantage of these amazing incentives. Come see one of our sales associates at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or shop us online at kingcitychrysler.com. Find us on Facebook, and don't forget our new Express Lane fast oil changes and more for service without an appointment.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
There you go, WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, Effingham, a Withers Broadcasting Superstation. Right now, here at the half at EHS, the Rams 29, Green Wave 20. We went over your score in stats. I owe you a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. It looks like, let's see what we got from around the area. At Columbia Freeburg today, Civic Memorial beat Dupo 70-49, Hillsboro 48, Lebanon 32, and Civic Memorial won a second time over Metro East Lutheran 56-39. Around the area at the half, one of our teams, SVW leads Murfreesboro 22-15 at the half. This is the Heron Christmas Tournament. At halftime at the SIU Arena, Murfreesboro boys lead Madison 23-22. Looks like Johnson City beat New Athens at Cessar today, 60-51. Also at Cessar, Woodlawn beats DR 55-49. And Century beat Waltonville 60-45. Those just a few scores from Cessar today. Let's see what else we have of relevance from the area. Sacred Heart Griffin at the half at Mater Dei leads Mascoutah 34-15. That scoreboard update is powered by your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. There in the King City, of course, on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town, and like a good neighbor, State Farm will be there. Second half will be presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank, home of the one account where one means more. Free checking and high-yield interest. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Also your official voice of high school sports on WMIX, so that doesn't hurt. It'll be Green Wave basketball to start. We'll switch sides. Green Wave will go left to right. With the basketball, Pilson going to hand off. Here comes Cattell around to the top, looking off to the left arc for Pilson. We're going to try to work it to Scott. You wait and see. Ooh, nice little ball fake. Pilson in the paint. Got away with a carry. Turnaround jumper short. Rebound to Scott. He's stripped away, and that's going to be a foul on Doug Gardner. Gardner had a brilliant idea. Had it stolen away from Scott on the Pilson miss on the offensive rebound, but with the foul, they're going to give him credit for a shot. You've got to be kidding. Oh, well. That'll just remain between us. And the archive on WMIXSports.com to come later. First free throw was no good by Scott. The foul was on Doug Gardner. That was his first. Team's first of the second half. Do we get to have secrets? I hope so. And that is going to be a foul on the rebound. And this time is going to be on the Green Wave as Doug Gardner went up to get it off the Scott miss. So Scott went 0-2. That trips the line. Couldn't come up with anything. Now the Rams have a link to the floor inbound. Video streaming on WMIXSports.com, powered by Red Lake College, where you can save thousands on your college education. Log on to RLC.edu to find out how to apply right now. Ike with it in the front court, coming off the left arc, going to take it himself. Nice little layup. Use the window to a score of 6-10. Ike has 10, and the Rams are now up at 11. 31-20, and maybe trying to bust out of it here with 7:20 left in the third quarter. Patel with it at the elbow. Back to the left wing now. Pilson looking inside. What row? It's going to be Scott underneath. All you can do is hang your head low, and Scott misses the bunny. Rebound to the Rams. Fitz with it in the front court. Fitz is short for Fitzgerald, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time this year. Or may have all this time been wondering why I say Fitz. Much easier to say Fitz than Fitzgerald. Braden with the basketball, that's his first name. Launches one to the free throw line. It's no good. And the rebound will go to Mattoon and a foul to Mount Vernon. As the Rams pick up the foul underneath on the rebound. Or was it not? Well, just team rebound. Whoops. He'll have that. 6:42 left to go in the third quarter. Pilson with the basketball up top, looking to go to the left wing. Coming around, has some help. It's going to be Cattell with the basketball off of the right elbow. Looking inside, makes his way to the paint. Didn't even have to get past anybody. Just flow right through like a nice tail of tapestry. And with 2 points on that particular effort, of course, was Cattell. He has his first points tonight. Fitz looking to make it deep. Fitz has more than an answer. He drains a three from way downtown. It's 34-22. And sometimes they just catch you off guard. And that's what Braden Fitzgerald will do night in and night out with those long-distance threes. Pilson with it up top, one in the front court. The right court as Mattoon goes left to right. Good job there by number 23, Cattell. Pounds his way in there, used his back on the dribble, and was able to turn around and get a jumper. So a 10-point game now, 34-24. Off of the deep right wing, Hawkins back to the South Gardner to Gilwan. Underneath, Shikari lost it, got it back. Going to work his way back from underneath. Oh, the iron not kind that time. And the Green Wave will get the rebound. So as hot of a start as the Rams had to the second quarter. They're cold here in the third. Scott with it, looking up to the top. What's going to happen? It's going to be kicked out for Hutchison's three-point shot. No good. Dougie Duck, Gardner with the rebound. Into the front court. It's going to be Shake coming left side. Good. Shikari with a nice layup. It's 36-24. The Rams lead expands to 12, their largest of the night. Let's see. We're going to timeout. We're going to full timeout here. Josh Forsythe wants it. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, Dr. Eric Black and staff wish you a happy, safe, and healthy holiday season. As the holiday season will continue into next week, New Year's Eve's coming up. How are you going to ring in 2014? Rams hoping to do it by finishing 2013 with a 9-3 mark. That would require a win tonight and a win tomorrow. Let's see. Scott Gamble a little more animated and interjectory in the Ram huddle. Josh Forsythe still pretty calm. Of course, the boys had a nice little practice here at Effingham High School prior to the game. You might call it a walkthrough. You might call it a heated practice. I'm going to go with the latter and not the former. As the Rams were not pleased with what happened at T-Town earlier today. They lost 55-42 to the Wooden Shoes. Now there'll be an inbound to the backcourt for the Green Wave. It'll come to the left side of the scores table, which is down in front of us. We actually see the back of our mid scores table. The official scorer wearing the draped-over stripes. This to the extreme left. The two scores for each team are to the extreme right. That's how that works out here. Green Wave with the basketball in the front court. Lob play to Pilson, and what a backdoor lob that was. Good find by Cattell. Pilson has 6 on the night, and that gives the Green Wave a 10-point disadvantage. 6:39 is your time on the actual clock. On the game clock, it's 4:46. Looks the wrong one. As Fitz is going to come around from the elbow. No good on the runner. The rebound will go to Mattoon. That's not looking at the ball. Come around from the right block. Cattell with another one. Cattell has actually had a good start to the quarter, as he has 6 points now. It's 36-28 with 4:28 left to go in the third. Hand off to Fitzgerald on the far side. Ooh, over to Duck. He'll work to the free throw line. Launch the jumper, no good. Rebound. Ooh, Duck fought for it. Could have come up with it. Rebound will go to who? The Green Wave. That was Doug's first good look today, at least in this particular contest. Midway through the third quarter, a three from left wing is no good. Rebound is going to be saved into Mattoon. No, it won't. Thought they were going to save it in on a nice effort underneath, but a no-good three-point shot, and the Green Wave are still struggling for three-point land. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams, as well as the WMIX Sports Basketball Showcase. Ask about the one account featuring free checking and high-yield interest. See why you can always bank on the hometown team. At Community First Bank of the Heartland. Shake coming from the left side is good. Worked his way from just outside the post to the left block. Hawkins now has 12 on the night, and the Rams have a 38-28 lead with 3:46 left in the third. Pilson, a left-hand dribble across the timeline, steps wing, throws off to the right side for Cattell. Looking off right, able to find Shupp. Shupp with the left-hand dribble, throws to the top for Wetzel. 3:32 left to go in the third. 38-28 your score. Wetzel's going to look for some help, finds Shupp at the right wing. Rams in and out of man and 2-3 tonight. 3:23 left to go in the third. 38-28 ball game, up 10. Pilson's going to kick out to the top. Here comes Cattell kicking out. Wetzel at three is good. Oddly enough, their 1-3 so far falls on the worst look of the night. The Green Wave cut it to single digits, but here comes Shikari runner in the lane's good. All they had to do was find Shikari Hawkins on that one, and he gets his 14th point for the night. With 2:55 left in the third, 40-31 is your score. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Online at FordSquare.com. From the far side come the Green Wave. What is that? That is going to be a charge. And count that right there as the first charge call. The Rams have actually gotten their way tonight, but it's not the fact of the margin between the block versus the charge. It's the fact that we've been told all season long that there would be very, very few charges. And count it, that is the 8th charge we have seen today in a game involving the Mount Vernon Rams. So turnover to the Green Wave. And I'm not railing on anybody, but don't tell me before the season, hey, you're not going to see any charges this season, or very many. As Hawkins has the left baseline, trying to work at the paint. Ho-hum, another basket for Shake. He has 8 1/4, 16 on the night to make it 42-31. But editorial aside, we were told for an emphasis this year, of course, they're going to cut down on the hand check, get more of the nickel and dime stuff. Okay, that's great. But told us there would be very few charges, if any. That's 8, the two games the Rams have played here in this tournament. Coming around this Pilson from the far side. Works it underneath, kicks in the corner, editorial done. Cattell's going to come from the far wing. Ooh, pulls up baseline. What a good look by Travis Cattell. He has 8 of his own in the quarter. It's 42-33, back to single digits with 1:55 left to go in the third. Oh, Fitz is wide open. Missed it. Cleaned up by Shikari, though. Got a little cocky there, did Chris Hugo, the broadcaster, thinking Fitz was going to drain it without a problem. Gave him the radio jinx. 1:43 left to go. Rams make it 44-33, up at 11. As Scott can pretty well put it back up as many times as he wants. He missed a couple down low. Right up there close. The Rams come away with the defensive rebound. It's the third time it's a charm for that. Hunter Schrader back at the Mount Vernon studio. I'm Chris Hugo. Jeff Crow's nearby, taking care of the video. And we're going to have a foul call somewhere yonder. Oh, yeah, this normally be where I stop to let somebody else talk, but don't have that luxury right now. So I'll just keep talking, finding something to say. Shikari's going to trigger into the front court on the far side of the bounce. Gets it right back from Pike. Underneath, draws contact, but not the bucket. That's okay, Shake. You went up. You were tough. You got knocked down. You go to the line to shoot two. And Shikari Hawkins will go to the free throw line with 1:19 left to go in the third. Pilson will pick up the foul, but defended that as well as anybody could. Let's see. Always bank on your hometown team with Community First Bank of the Heartland, where one means more. That one account, it's free checking and high-yield interest. One definitely means more. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams. So by my calculations, 1:19 left here in the third quarter, and the Rams are up 11, 44-33. And Shake makes 1 and 2 that time to make it 45-33. Well, Rams are up 12 with the basketball in the front court. That is going to be Hutchinson. Looking around the left side, Pilson eyes a three. Yes, a big three for Mattoon. And that will cut it to 9. Oh, I thought it was less. 55 seconds left. Reed with it up top. Oh, Fitch wants an answer. Launches from 20. Yes, and a foul. Braden Fitzgerald is probably one of the few kids I see on a regular basis go to the line for the and one to make it a 4-point play. And I kid you not. So Pilson will pick up the foul. That one not quite as good. And Fitz is going to try to really make this exciting. If he can get the end one, and he will. For all B, it's 49-36. Rams have their largest lead with 13. Green Wave with the basketball into the front court. That foul, of course, was on Pilsen, his third. With it up top now, Veet looking into the corner. Here comes Cattell for three. No. It'll be off the iron. Rebound will go with the Rams. They pick up another defensive board with 32 seconds. Rams only have one offensive rebound unofficially in the game by my calculations. I think that Mr. Cruiser last week on the Saturday Sports might have jinxed them a little bit. CJ, of course, pointed out last week the Rams are a great offensive rebounding team. You can find that archived interview at WMIXSports.com. Just look on the Saturday Sports Show tab. 14 seconds left of the circle. It is Braden Fitzgerald with 10. Rams up 49-36, 13-point game. Here on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. 4 seconds. With it up top, Fitzgerald with 2. Kicks out, Pike 3 at the buzzer. Yes! It rang in and out and dropped back down. After 3, it is 52-36 Mount Vernon. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Renly College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. Renly College will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call Renly College's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. As we head to the fourth quarter, the Rams on top of Mattoon. 52-36, they start with the basketball. Pike made a 3 inside the buzzer to make it interesting, and now misses off to the left side, going off block. Mattoon with the rebound, they go into the front court. And now a pull-up is good. That looked to have been Hutchinson. He has 4 on the night. I apparently can't see my numbers. They credit that to Cattell. So there you go. Off the right block goes Shikari. Ooh, just misses. Shikari comes up short. He actually has 18 points on the night. And now he will go to the line to shoot 2 more. So Bean will pick up the foul. That's his second. Shakes the line and will make the first. Make it 53-38 as the Rams trying to pull away. Second one, no good. Rebound will go to Tanner Scott. Here come the Green Wave. 7:30 left to play. Rams are up 15, 53-38. Up top, it's Pilson's going to drop it off. Wetzel with the basketball, looking left side, settles right for Veet. 7:20 to go. Again, 53-38 is the Ram lead. We're going to look the other way. Pilsen, a head fake's going to come charging toward the post, and that is going to be a foul. Looks like that's going to be on Fitz before the shot. So we'll see what happens. My apologies. It's actually on Gilwan. I wonder why I'm not talking as I should be. I'm actually figuring stats. Quick inbound. Scott's going to turn around inside the paint. That's going to be a bump foul on Dylan Reeves. Man, that's about all I can say there. Dylan did a good job of defending. Can't win them all. Okay, now I can talk again. 7:09 to go in regulation. Quick inbound. Left of the basket. Could be worked in. Oh, Cattell. A nice lob shot in the paint, but can't come up with it. And here come the Rams quickly in transition. Far corner, Shakes, no, left it short. Gilwan the rebound and put back. So Gilwan Nelson gets second chance points for his first bucket of the game. Probably not the shot Scott Gamber wanted when Shikari launched that tray, but you win some, you lose some. 6:44 left to go in regulation, 55-38. Rams on top by 17. Pilsen trying to change it, launches a 3 that's no good. So here come the Rams gobbling up another defensive board. Into the front court, Fitch with it off the left wing, 6:30 to play. Backs up to the circle. So the Rams at least do the dirty work here, and if they hang on, are 1-1. And now we'll have a 5-second call I can come up with. Fitch was dribbling the basketball around the defender. Wasn't really close enough to start gaining a call either way or the count. But there you go. It'll be a turnover on the Rams. That's our first in the quarter. For the Rams, it is Dylan Reeves, Gilwan Nelson, Braden Fitzgerald, Shakari Hawkins, and Jake Pike. That is numerical order. 1, 3, 4, 25, 32. Not your lottery numbers coming up later tonight. 6:17 to play. 55-38. Scott trying to work in, trying to force backdoor. Pilson grabs away from Shake, leans in, and that is going to be a foul on the Rams. I thought for all intents and purposes, from what we have seen thus far, it's going to be another charge, but that will send Pilson to the line to shoot two. Somehow he was in the act of shooting there even. Me, oh my, greedy first back to the Heartland, the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX. Free checking, high yield interest stats for the one account at any of their 5 Jefferson County branches. Malvern and Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Neither free throw good, but Hutchison snuck in for the offensive rebound, and we're going to have a foul. That's going to be on Dylan Reeves. So Hutchison snuck in for the defense, offensive board. Went over the top of the defender, or the rebounding. And it'll go back with the Green Wave on the foul by Dylan. He'll advise, he'll tempted, he'll fated foul, I guess you could call it. And now with 6:05 left to go in the fourth quarter, it's 55-38 still. Rams on top. Pilson behind the back dribble, trying to work the paint. Gives to Scott. Ball fake, trying to turn around, loses it. Just caught it right up. Here comes Shikari. Into the front court. Layup's going to be blocked. That is going to be a clean swat. Nowhere near the backboard, so a blocked shot for Shikari. Good job there. Sky high with the defender. Thought it was Pilson. It wasn't Scott. And on the rebound, here comes Pike. Inside the paint, inside the free throw line, and Jake makes it look easy. 57-38. The Rams are up 19 with 5:33 left. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios will come back up here tomorrow, driven by Ford Square. 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon. Fine incentives and more. Even a financing calculator online at FordSquare.com. Scott outside the paint trying to work backdoor. Chuck's going to have it knocked out of bounds by the Rams. And Mattoon will reset with 5:15 left to go. We'll have you another Tony Wiltz scoreboard update a little bit later on. Brought to you by your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon, Tony Wiltz. Anthony is located at the corner of 42nd and South Watertown, Mount Vernon. Find that white State Farm Jeep around town. Good ball fake there by number 23 Cattell, but left the basket short. Rams get the rebound. Their third defensive board of the quarter unofficially with 5:05 left. 57-38, Rams on top. Ooh, a nice sweep runner in the lane by Braden. Came in, left elbow side, and was able to knock it down. So Braden Fitzgerald's having another nice game. He has 19. 59-38, the Rams are up 21. At a sinker, the Green Wave. Pilson will lean into Fitz. He's just doing what he's seen all day, and Pilson will knock down the basket. So Pilson puts his shoulder into Fitzgerald. He obviously clearly flops, but thought he was going to get the call and did not. Just like that, a basket. The Rams are still up 19. It'll be Fitz kicking out to Reeves. Left arc at the wing. Now throws back to Pike between the circles to Shikari. Now between the circles, Fitz, NBA 3. Oh, in and out. Thought Fitz was going to get it, but Mattoon gets the rebound, and then it's stolen away by Hawkins. So the Green Wave now have 3 turnovers in the quarter. And with 4:19 to go in the fourth, there's a 30-second timeout on the floor. It's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. It's Scott Gamber's timeout to burn. Of course, Dr. Eric Black and Stat Tracy Addis included all wish you a happy, safe, and healthy holiday season, especially in this coming New Year. Hard to believe that 2014 is around the corner. Chris Hugo with you tonight. Danny Zerwinski on assignment. We're back at it tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Show. Saturday Sports Show, last check, runs after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940. Usually runs to about 10 o'clock. We're usually pretty dead set on that. We'll have quite a few guests tomorrow. We'll talk Rams wrestling with Sean Doherty. His team's in a crucial holiday tournament this weekend. We will also talk with Jeff Lana. We'll talk with Scott Gamber. We're trying to catch up with some others. We'll let you know our lineup just as soon as we have it finished. You can find that tomorrow on WMIXSports.com. Don't forget the ever-popular WMIX Sports social media question. We're also on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. It'll be on there. It'll be on our Facebook page as well tomorrow. 4:10 to play. Rams with it out of the timeout. Far sideline at Shikari Hawkins. Up 19, 59-40 are the Rams. The tiebreaker, if it's a three-team tie, is free throw percentage. If it's a two-team tie in a pool, it's head-to-head. And now the Rams are getting a nice move to the basket, but it's swatted away as Fitz goes down hard. Scott swatted away on the block shot, so Fitz will get credit for a miss, unfortunately. That's how the stats play out. And it'll be triggered left side of the bucket for Gilwan Nelson. Video on WMIXSports.com. The streaming, I should say, is powered by Ren Lake College. See which of their more than 100-degree certificate programs is right for you at rlc.edu, or see how you can save thousands. 3:52 left. Trigger came left of the bucket. It's in up top to Fitz. It'll be stolen away in the paint, so the Rams turn it over. Into the front court races Jared Pilson to the right arc. Now off elbow. Inside the free throw line. Bounces to the top for Carter Price. Now to beat off of the right arc. Pilson's wide open left side. They're going to go Scott. Scott's going to be off of a double team here. Leans in. Almost had it poked away. And because the Rams went for the poke, they lost their man. And Scott got to the bucket on the opposite way. Opened that back door and got the easy deuce. He has 14, and it's 59-42. Down to a 17-point game with 3:19 left. Surely it's too late for the Rams to cough this one up. The Rams are trying to get business done in less than an hour here with 3:07 left to play in the fourth. 59-42. They would have to not have any time stop, though, in order for that to happen. Be that as it may. Shikari with the right sideline. 2:55 left to go in the fourth. Shikari's looking for Fitz up top. He'll shake the defender and get there. Now with 2:50 left. Doug's going to have it between the circles, throws over to Pike. Fitzgerald's off the left wing. He's looking for somebody, anybody. Going to keep it himself now as he dribbles through traffic. Avoids the 5-second call. 2:29 to go. Pike going to throw off to the right sideline. Rams count some clock. It's Shikari. Back to the near side. We told you about Tony Wilt's time and time again. We'll get you a scoreboard update later on, probably in the Schmitz Relay postgame show. Scoreboard updates powered by Anthony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Corner 42nd in South Water Tower. Online at TonyWilt.com. Get you a better stay with your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. So we have a timeout on the floor called by Scott Gammer. Didn't like the way that was developing. 2:20 left to go in the fourth. 59-42. We know right now. Well, actually, we don't know. What we do know is we know nothing. Rams game time tomorrow night. You would assume that at 1-1 they'll probably play for third place at 6:30. However, Mattoon and T-Town play tomorrow at 11 o'clock, which means that until that happens, what if Mattoon were to knock off T-Town? So if that were to happen, you could still either play at 8 o'clock or 5:30 or 5 o'clock, whenever the heck you're going to play that one, depending on what happens with the tiebreaker with the free throws and whatnot. So really, we can assume safely or somewhat safely that they're not going to play in the 5 o'clock game. But you never know. Into the backcourt, the trick will go left of the scorer's table. Into the backcourt, Fitz. Rams go right to left of their home whites with orange and black trim. Orange numerics trimmed in black. Shake with it. Dangerous pass to the far sideline. Trying to kill some clock with 2:10 left to go. And now we're going to start seeing the fouling. That will be on Scott. That will be the 7th on the Green Wave, and they're going to send Doug Gardner to the line. $59-42 the score. Community First Bank, as always, your voice of high school sports here on WMIX. 5 Jefferson County branches makes them the market leader. Woodlawn Dix, Mount Vernon 9, I just asked for one. Free throws were no good. Rebound went to Scott. We're here into the front court. Scott dished it up to Pilson, who was coming around from the right baseline to work into the paint, but Pike's going to pick up a foul. That'll be the team 6th. That'll be the first on Jake tonight. So the Rams now put the Green Wave into the bonus with 2:02 left. Lest we fear, it's a 59-42 game. They're going to need some buckets. Price ball faking his heart out. On the near side, Pilson with it up top. He's going to run in the lane, gets the layup. Pilson has 13, so he hits double digits, makes it 59-44, and slowly but surely, not enough time here for Mattoon to chunk away like this. Instead, Fitz is going to be pressured 1-2-2 in the front court, and that foul is going to be on Ryan, make that Austin Wetzel. That'll send Fitz to the line to shoot the one in bonus. Fitz on the bonus here is trying for 20. That would be a team high. He's tied with Shake right now for team high 19. Now unlocks that side. Gets the first Ram points allowed, 60-44. Winning Edge has a new store in Mount Vernon, 212 South 9th Street. Check it out. You'll find a great assortment of Rams gear and activewear, as well as options for activewear they can customize just for your team, organization, or business. Check them out, winningedgeusa.com, or see for yourself the new Mount Vernon store on 212 South 9th. Pitts made both 61-44, and Mattoon almost turned it over in the front court with 1:35 left, but the Rams tipped it out of bounds. It'll be re-inbounded, far side of the floor, side of the bounds in the front court. Inbound will go to Price. Chris Hugo with you, Danny Zerwinski on assignment, Jeff Crow with us for video purposes. Hunter Schrader back at the Mount Vernon studio. Tried to force the pass into the paint, and it's intercepted by Doug Gardner. It's with it in the front court with 1:22 left, 61-44. The Rams are up 17. Pike is with it at the circle. Fitz has it now. Right sideline, Shakari Hawkins, and that's going to be a quick foul for Austin to make that Ryan Hutchinson. And that's going to send Shakari to the line to shoot. One in bonus still. So if Shakari makes both, he will tie Braden Fitzgerald for the team high in points with 21. If he does, then he does. Simple as that. 1:11 left to go in the fourth quarter. First one's good. So that means Shake will get the N1. Beauty First Bank of the Heartland is the market leader in Jefferson County with locations in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. How about that free checking account they call one with high yield interest? Amazing. Always bank on your hometown team. 63-44, Rams up 19. 1:05 left. Here comes Tanner Scott. Turnaround coming in the lane. Oh, the iron is kind. It literally caught the back of the iron, avoided rolling off, and dropped right through the twine. And now to the line for the N1 goes Tanner Scott. 2 minutes past the top of the 7 o'clock hour here on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Worldwide at WMIX94.com as well as WMIXsports.com. No good second free toss, or the N1, I should say, from Scott. It remains 63-46. Rams got the defensive board, and into the front court they go for Fitz. With 50 seconds left, going to try to bob and weave through traffic to avoid contact to get this one over. 63-46, Rams on top with 40 seconds left. Pike shy of the timeline to the right. Now bounce pass to Fitz on the near timeline with 33 seconds left, and that's going to be some contact from Carter Price. So Fitz not happy that Shakari Hawkins had the team high in points. He's going to go over 22 and 23 with 31.6 seconds left. On what should put the Rams into the double bonus, or some may call it the super bonus. I don't know your preferred nomenclature, but we're just going to say he's going to line to shoot two. Makes the first. So Fitz has 22 points now. As it is 64-46. Hey, you missed the second, though. With the rebound, Mattoon. 5 defensive rebounds in the quarter. Ooh, a nice move off flash from the mid-post. That one with Austin Wetzel. He has 5 on the night. That'll make it 64-48. Rams stuck in the backcourt with it. Finally get across Blake Jones. Now to Pike. He's in the left corner near the timeline with 9 seconds. Rams are going to go to 1-1. There's no doubt about that. We're just waiting for the final score as Pike is going to dribble it out, and that's going to be your final score. And the Mount Vernon Rams win this 64-48. We'll come back with your Smith Chevrolet post-game show, get you the scoring and stats, the scoreboard update, and your player of the game. Your final from Effingham. The Mount Vernon Rams 64, Mattoon Green Wave 48. This is Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Hi, this is Susan,
Kevin, Joe,
Star, and Nina from People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. All of us at People's National Bank would like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We truly appreciate our customers and consider each and every one of you to be part of the People's National Bank family. So from our family to yours,
Happy Holidays!
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Jeep dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The all-new, redesigned 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee is a sight to behold. Unrivaled, the all-new Grand Cherokee sets extraordinary new standards for performance, luxury, and attention to detail. From its daytime running headlamps to its power-heated folding mirrors with puddle lamps, ruggedly good-looking and muscular exterior profile, the 2014 Grand Cherokee is engineered with a style and elegance that's backed by the confidence of its all-weather capability and Jeep brand strength. Imagine how great that would look sitting in your driveway. The 2014 Grand Cherokee is truly the best of what Jeep is made of. Come see one of our associates at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or see our selection online at kingcitychrysler.com.
What does technology sound like? Is it the clang of heavy machinery, the beeps and chirps of an electronic gadget? At the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom's being released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeons' hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a patient's health record being updated and stored electronically for immediate access by nurses, primary care doctors, and specialists alike. That's why soon, the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center will use all electronic patient health records. Less paper translates to faster, better care for you. And that sounds a little something like this.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, raising a hospital, raising the bar.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
Schmidt Chevrolet, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or online at schmidtchevy.com. My apologies. We can view all their pre-owned as well as new inventory. schmidtchevrolet.com. Effingham and Charleston to follow this one as the Rams pick up a win over the Mattoon Green Wave. 64-48 is your final score. So the Rams are now 1-1 in pool play. And now we'll wait to see what happens in the 11 o'clock game tomorrow before necessarily knowing which game they will have. So that's how that sort of works out. So at about 12:30 tomorrow, the Rams will know for sure, because you can't assume that T-Town is going to beat Mattoon because T-Town beat Mount Vernon. So we'll find out what happens tomorrow. We'll let you know for sure when the Rams are going to play. If the pools ended right now as they were, the Rams, of course, would play in the 6:30 third-place game, which if Effingham, or I should say if T-Town holds off Mattoon, is where they would be. So if T-Town wins, the Rams play at 6:30 tomorrow night is how that's going to work. If T-Town loses, it goes by free throw percentage, which right now the Rams are a little dicey at 12 of 19. Mattoon, of course, we'd have to wait till tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with that. But needless to say, I told you nothing. Of course, the Rams do win this one over the Green Wave, 64-48. We'll come back with scoring and stats in just a moment. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
For 16 years, I wrote about the area's great teams. Now I'm part of a great team, the sales team, Schmidt Ford of Salem. Hi, folks, it's Mike McManus, and I'm proud to be part of the Schmidt Ford family. Whether it be a new or pre-owned vehicle, let me or any other of our professional sales consultants help you find your next car or truck. You'll be glad you did. So stop by Schmidt Ford of Salem or visit us online at schmidtfordofsalem.com.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Home of the one account, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Always bank on the hometown team. One means more. Free checking and high-yield interest. Welcome back to your Smith Relay postgame show here from Effingham High School. Rams just defeated Mattoon 64-48. We'll take a look now at your team stats. Scoring-wise, from the inside, the Rams were 16 of 36 for 44.4%, 7 of 14 from beyond the arc for 50%. They were 23 of 15 for 46% tonight. Free throw shooting, well, they had more opportunities this game, 11 of 16 for 68.8%. While the Green Wave, 20 of 43 for 46.5% inside, 2 of 10 outside. That might be the most condemning statistic there, 20% from the arc. 22 of 53 for the game from the floor, 41.5%. They were just 2 of 5 from the free throw line for 40%. They did out-rebound Mount Vernon unofficially, 22-21, but the turnover disadvantage later fell to the Green Wave, 10-9. Mattoon had 6 in the scoring column, 3 in double digits. They had a team-high 16 for Tanner Scott, 13 for Jared Filson, 10 for Travis Cattell all in the second half, 5 from Austin Wetzel, and 2 apiece from Andy Beef and Ryan Hutchinson for their 48 points. For the Mount Vernon Rams, they had 5 in the book, 3 in double digits, a game-high Braden, 22, I should say, a game-high for Braden Fitzgerald, just edging Shikari Hawkins, who had 21. Jake Pike had 15, 3 from Bryce Hunter and 2 from Gilwan Nelson. And that is how you arrive at your final score of 64-48, Mount Vernon over Mattoon. We have one more break here on your Schmitz Chevrolet postgame show. When we come back, we'll have you a scoreboard update. We will also have you a player of the game. This is Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
There's a good reason why Second Chance Auto has been in business for 33 years. They believe in doing business the right way, with honest deals. It's the only way they know. And thanks to Second Chance Auto, you don't have to head out of town to get financing. They offer bank rate financing to everyone. Yes, everyone. You'll find a great selection of quality vehicles with 3-month or 3,000-mile warranties. Come see why they've been successful for 33 years at Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
Well, the Mount Vernon Rams pull it off. They beat Mattoon 64-48. And they'll play for a trophy tomorrow regardless of what happens. But oh my gosh, how obscure is this? Free throw shooting, of course, will decide. The percentage will decide a tiebreaker if it's 3 teams. Mattoon and T-Town play tomorrow, I believe, at 11 at T-Town. You would expect T-Town to probably win that game, but if they don't, all 3 teams in the pool are 1-1. They'll go to free throw percentage, and that'll be who decides who plays where. Right now, you can probably safely assume the Rams will get the 6:30 game, I would assume, regardless, based on free throw percentage, but anything can happen at any given time. So we're going to operate under the assumption right now that the Rams will play for third place tomorrow night. So there you go. I think I've got it figured out. Jeff Crow is with me. I'm Chris Hugo. Hunter Schrader is back at the Mount Vernon studio for your Schmitz Relay postgame show, and kind of getting to the point here. We'll get you some scores right quick. At the Benton Rangerettes Christmas Classic, in the first session of the 8th, the Rangerettes beat Marion 54-35. Carterville beat Goreville 71-51, and Hamilton County beat Trico 41-14. In this tournament here, the Mount Vernon Rams just beat Mattoon 64-48. Mount Vernon beat Mattoon 64-48. T-Town beat Mount Vernon 55-42. And Al Raby beat Charleston 62-51. Taking a look at some other scores that have now disappeared. Had them all a moment ago. Let's see. Christopher loses to Dwarville 79-74 sets with 3 overtimes. Johnston City beat New Athens 60-51. Also today at SB, Woodlawn beat CR 55-49. Century triumphs over Waltonville 60-45. Looks like at the Besser Thomas Hoops Classic today, Benton defeats Lyons County, Kentucky 60-44. At the Gibson County Classic, the Mount Carmel Golden Aces beat Gibson Southern 69-68 in overtime. Also around the area, Sacred Heart defeats Oscuda at Mater Dei 55-35. Quick look at some scores presented by State Farm agent Tony Wilt in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Getting distracted easily here on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We'll wrap it up with a player of the game. What really allowed the Rams to pull away, Braden Fitzgerald had a nice night with 22 points, but I'll tell you what, Shakari Hawkins had 10 points or thereabouts. 11 points, actually, in the third quarter. Shakari Hawkins is your Rams player of the game here tonight. That's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow morning after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940, online at WMIXSports.com, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. That'll be tomorrow morning on Saturday Sports Show. We'll talk Wisconsin-Amber about today's 1-1 performance. We'll talk with Lady Rams head basketball coach Jeff Lonnan. We'll talk with Rams wrestling coach Sean Dockery. We'll talk with Benton Rangerettes head coach Andy Sloan. We'll also have a bevy of other guests. We'll announce our guest list once it is finalized. Don't forget you can stay up to date on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Find us on Facebook and look for a scoreboard later tonight at WMIXSports.com, as well as archived broadcasts. For Jeff Grove, for Hunter Schrader, for everyone at WMIX Sports, thank you for accessing our broadcast tonight. I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of the final score. The Mount Vernon Rams 64, Mattoon Green Wave 48. So long from Effingham.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports. Rams basketball on WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams basketball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Ren Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, All Stars and Stitches, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXSports.com. Now, back to today's Hot Country on the legendary WMIX.